The latest development in terms of efforts to combat the severe pollution that has gripped Delhi is that from the 13th to the 20th of November, the odd-even regime will make a comeback in the national capital. While farms across Punjab and Haryana are going up in flames, the citizens of Delhi will be restricted from taking vehicles with license plates ending in odd digits out every alternate day. Will Delhi draw a breath of air finally is the big question, or is it doomed to choke in these festive weeks? Before we begin our discussion, let's take a look at Punjab over the last 5 days and how the farm fires are intensifying in this state like never before. In fact, I can request my PCR to capture what's on my screen. This is an image from the 1st of November. You can see that red area, thick red area. This is where the parali is being burnt. And that's all Punjab, mostly Punjab. There's not much Haryana over there. There's not much UP there as well. It's all Punjab. On the 2nd of November, in fact, Punjab still remains red, and UP and Haryana, they perhaps have managed to control it. On the 3rd of November, it's all Punjab again. In fact, Haryana is almost next to nil when it comes to parali burning. 4th November is the same story. That red flag or that red image that you see is also a difficult one to consume because it is signifying a lot of health issues and problems for the common Delhiite. The 6th of November, well, things are a little better, but the AQI does not seem to be budging. It in fact is at a stage at this point in time where the PM 2.5 levels can clearly be considered carcinogens, which is cancer causing. Advocate Anuja Kapoor, BJP spokesperson, with us on the show. Shubh Malhotra, Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, on the broadcast as well. Dr. Sharat Kohli, senior economist, joins us on the program too. Indra Shekhar Singh, agricultural expert, with us on the program as well. And Samarth Kolkar, founder of Blive EV sector, is also with us on the show as well. Shubh Malhotra, I'll come to you first. Can you hear me?
Am I audible?
Yeah. Shubh, you know, it's commendable that the Aam Aadmi Party has come up with this odd-even solution to relieve, the failing lungs of the common Delhiite from continuing to live and breathe. But the fact of the matter is, Gopal Rai, he addressed a press conference today. The Aam Aadmi Party is not making too many changes or amends to, stop the parali from being burnt in Punjab. I clearly remember Arvind Kejriwal, your party convener, coming up on stage for a prominent channel and saying कि हमें सिर्फ 6 महीने दे दीजिए, we will get rid of this problem. 6 महीने तो नहीं हुए, 2 साल हो गए हैं, and we are still continuing to breathe this toxic air. Our children, their of course growth will be stunted. The elderly will have to make trips to the ICU and the emergency ward every now and then. Why can't the Aam Aadmi Party get its act together?
Well, it's not just odd even, but there has been a plethora of measures that have been taken by CM Kejriwal with respect to pollution. But, it's important that we talk about parali also over here and the statement that you mentioned of CM Kejriwal. And basis that statement, if you see, in the last mere 1.5 years, a very young Bhagwant Mann government has brought down parali burning, as per central government's own statistics, has brought down parali burning by around 50 to 60%. Now, this parali burning certainly did not start in 1.5 years, and it is not going to go away in 1.5 years. It's actually been a decades-old problem, and the highest amount of increase in this parali burning happened during the 1990s when BJP Akalis were there as government in Punjab. At that time, nobody thought about tackling this issue, although Delhi's air was continuing to deteriorate year after year. But this decades-old problem, the AAP government in Punjab has tried to tackle in the mere 1.5 years, and just give them some time, maybe another year or so, and we'll see the parali problem completely gone from Punjab. But the real problem with the parali statistic is the 1000% increase that we have seen in Haryana with respect to parali burning. And not just that,
that's basically, now you're politicizing this, you're politicizing this. I don't want you to politicize this. I want you to talk about what the Aam Aadmi Party is doing. I don't appreciate that. What's going on in Haryana, what's going on in UP, what's happening in Punjab and what's happening in Delhi is my concern at this point in time. No expert has come and told me, that this is a problem which is emanating out of Haryana, or this is a problem which is emanating out of UP. Let me rope in Advocate Anuja Kapoor into this conversation as well. Anuja, well, Shubh is saying that, this is a problem which is a decade old and the Aam Aadmi Party needs some more time to take care of it. And as per the data which is available, on Google, or, which is elaborately available for everyone to consume, there has been an improvement, 50 to 60% of improvement in terms of parali burning. But the fact of the matter is, if the AQI doesn't drop for me in Delhi, it really doesn't matter what this data says.
It is very sad that again Aam Aadmi Party is again doing a politics. I think it is time for the centre to take over in Delhi. Yes, it is time for the centre to take over in Delhi, because Aam Aadmi Party is busy in corruption, is busy in campaigning and busy in advertisement. I would just put it across the two quick things. 2 years biodecomposer, which Arvind Kejriwal ji has said, because he's a master of PC, and that is what he said. He spent around 3,79,000 lakhs. Sprinkling of water, it is a data of the last year, 64.12 lakh, and advertisement, 23.27 crore. Farmers benefited, 955. Area, 2,000 acre in 2020, 2021. 4,200 acre only in 2021, 2022. And I am trying to understand, you talk about Modi ji. Modi ji has given you right now, as from where she has taken the data for Punjab, there he has also shown, and he has also shared the allotment of rupees 3,333 crore. Punjab, Haryana, Delhi and UP. I'd like to share that in past year, 2,374 crore was also been installed and given it to was allocated to them. 1,147 crore was with Punjab only. 693 crore was with Haryana and 534 crore was with UP. Now I want to know, 1,147 crore with Punjab government had. They said that we have used 935 crore last year. What about 212 crore? Where is it? Next, I would like to bring a close call to you all. What about the machines Modi government has given to you for Punjab? Because you said that on allocation of the money, we will take the machines. The unused machines are in 2018, 90,422. In 2022, 30,000 are the machines. Total is 1.25 lakh machines are there in Punjab unused. The decomposer. What about the machines? What about rupees 212 crore? Again, you have an audacity. The smoke tower. What about the smoke towers you use? All the time when it has been required, their smoke towers was under renovation. 20 crore spent on each smoke tower. I want to know from the Aam Aadmi Party, how irresponsible are you? Every time you come and you talk about it, and you talk about the filters to be changed, and you talk about you said about in 2021 or 2022, the smoke, January we came and talked about the filters, and the concerned department did not give us the filters or the money. Why all the time you talk about money? What is your work? Where is the work they have done? And when we have talked about this, IIT Bombay, Vineet. IIT Bombay report, they have talked about it regarding smoke tower, PM 2.5 and PM 10. 12 to 13% reduction in particulate matter at a distance of 100 meters. And from the smoke tower, imagine, and only 16%. That is why, because it has no conclusive report which tells that smoke towers help somewhere. These people are the corrupt people who have taken everything. They cannot describe where the money is gone. They do not know what the Modi government has done for them. Modi has given them, not only in Haryana. Haryana, they talk about how many challans have they done in Punjab. Haryana has done 993 challans.
Okay.
To put a challenge. And
All right.
in UP, recently in Meerut, the challan was done. You know that in NASA, then they showed it in Meerut that there is a farm fire. There were 4 people who got it. They were the ones who had been taken up the challan with 2,500 rupees. Every person had to pay at that time, and they are under arrest. I want to understand how much grants you are giving.
Okay, let's also rope in Dr. Sharad Kohli into this conversation. Dr. Kohli, do you think that odd even is the solution? Let's not forget that odd even too comes with its own merits and demerits. You know, there is an economic angle to implementing odd even as well, but there's also an economic angle to doing what the pollution is doing to the health of the common Delhiite.
Well, Vineet, I don't know how much of odd even would be successful. All I know is that odds are definitely not in favor of Delhiites at this point of time. We are breathing poison. We're sitting in a gas chamber. And I was talking to a few friends today, who said that they're looking for destination. In fact, November is becoming I was reading a news report that November is becoming a new holiday season for Delhiites. They just want to disappear from here. And I don't think it sends a very good message for the world. Well, a city which has just hosted G20, a city which has created infrastructure like the Dwarika Convention Center, like Bharat Mandapam, and a city which is looking to attract, so much effort is being made, to attract investments, to bring tourists. I think it sends a very wrong message to all the investors who are looking at Delhi being the fulcrum, being the national capital. The moment Delhi gets this kind of a reputation, I think it's a dent on the reputation of the country as well. So my answer to the question is, because I have got political representatives sitting here, so I don't need to go into the political part. I come from an economic background, but I know that cooperative federalism is need of the hour. If we could do something as big as GST, the biggest tax reform in the country, when the states and the center sat together, I think this problem is also doable. Yesterday on your channel, with your managing editor, Rishabh, I did a show and a very interesting piece of research came that probably 10,000 crores is all that is needed to make machines. And I think Mr. Inder Prakash Singh was also on the show yesterday. He gave some brilliant solutions. He's an agricultural journalist and he can go into the technicals of mulching, of doing so many things which can be done with the parali. But the fact of the matter is, if it's only a matter of 10,000 crores and off the back of the envelope calculations showed that if we have machines who can clear the larvae, who can also clear all the leftovers and clear it as good as the stubble burning, I think we can achieve. So, I mean, Punjab for that I know has got a debt of, I'm sure my co-panelist Shubh would know that the overall debt on Punjab is more than 3 lakh crores. So I think another 10,000 crore, there is a saying in Hindi, ke jahan satyanas wa sava satyanas, agar 3 lakh crore hai, we can also do 3 lakh 10,000 crore. So I think these machines can be built, they can be improvised. There are many solutions. At the same time, we need to counsel the farmers. So if I accept the statement made by my fellow Aam Aadmi Party representative, that the fires have gone down, but you very rightly said, the fact of the matter is, am I breathing half the AQI? No, the answer is no. We are still near 500, which is severe. I mean, I met a foreigner friend today who was literally on the verge of being admitted to a hospital, because he said, I can't tolerate 500. He had a handkerchief on his nose. He was running for mask. He was gasping for breath. Probably we Delhiites, I think our lungs are getting used to, although we are knocking off 10 to 12 years from our age, undoubtedly, but somehow we are getting used to breathing this. And, I found some people today whose eyes were not burning because the eyes have just gotten used to being burned. So I think they'll probably have a problem when the air gets cleared, that what has happened all of a sudden. My eyes are looking different. I'm not feeling very comfortable. It's going to be the other way around after some time. The fact of the matter is that the economic loss, Vineet, of this whole calamity, I call it as a calamity. The economic loss is going to be humongous. A lot of good work done by the governments. I say governments, I include center and some of the state governments also. I feel a lot of good work done by the center and state governments can get undone because you lose the investments, you lose job creation, you lose the GSDP, you lose the GDP, you lose the tax collection. I found so many cancellations of tourists who don't want to come to Delhi anymore. I found so many business decisions being deferred because they don't want to, invest in a hurry. They say, if this is the state of Delhi, And another very important point, Vineet, before you hand it over to the next panelist, is that, Delhi is polluted throughout the year. The only difference is that the weather conditions and Parali, for me, these are the two, because the vehicular position. So when you ask me about odd even, I would say the number of vehicles on Delhi roads, they remain the same throughout the year. It is just that we are trying to knock off some part of the problem. The problem lies in Parali. The problem lies in the weather conditions. Nothing much we can do about weather conditions. This is the perfect weather for Delhi. In fact, it's neither hot, neither cold. I mean, you can enjoy Delhi. This is the only time when you can enjoy Delhi, besides a little bit of March or probably end of February. Only time when you can enjoy Delhi weather, and you can sit outside, jog around. But unfortunately, none of that can be done at this point of time, because it's hazardous to your health. So I think the center and the state governments, they need to sit down together, think about people. I think the government should not think about votes. When it comes to Punjab, I know you can't be harsh on farmers, and you would rather like to focus your attention on things which get you votes, because the elections are around the corner. But I think for a moment we should forget politics, and we should sit down together and worry about the health of the entire North India. Delhi is what we are discussing, but I traveled outside Delhi as well. The conditions are no better. I mean, a little bit here and there, probably 400 or 450 or 350, but they are far beyond normal. So I think there is a need for the political fraternity to sit down together. And of course, we've got experts like Inder Prakash Singh on the show, who've got some fantastic solutions,
Right.
So if the will of the government is there, if that can be implemented, and the farmers can be counseled, because I was saying that yesterday also, some of the farmers are also, they've got a mindset where they don't want to change. Of course, they need a better alternate to be provided. But somehow it's got into their mind that, look, burning is the best way. This will make our soil fertile, and the next crop can probably be started in a fortnight. So I think a combined solution is required, where you hit all the fronts together, Vineet.
Okay. Mr. Singh, if you can hear me, sir.
Yeah.
Well, is there a permanent solution? You have these machines which work, but they're obviously expensive. They take time, to be in fact strategically given to farmers. There has to be an environment and an ecosystem through which they have to pass and survive. We have reached the moon. This shouldn't have been a problem for us.
See, I couldn't agree with you more. And I would just like to thank Dr. Kohli for the appreciation. It means a lot to me. See, I don't believe that there is a mechanical solution that is required to solve this problem. The mechanical solution will be more expensive. It will generate further wastages and the further acceleration of an industrial economy, which is not going to be nature friendly, which will be in disharmony with nature. And what do I mean by that? There are more cheaper alternatives by agriculture-based, nature-based solutions based in agriculture, beginning from mulching to crop diversification, through having a price floor, so that the farmers don't have to go for this kind of cultivation. If you provide them what other countries in the world have done, like, for example, whenever the US government wanted their farmers to change, they offered them financial incentives. These are very sound economic policy decisions that can transform the entire region in a period of 5 years. Now, I would also add that people are victimizing the farmers because Delhi is responsible for the air that it's breathing. And the major source of pollutants in Delhi come from the cars, from the industries, and 6% of the total pollution actually comes from the Parali burning. So let's take that also into perspective. Let's not forget that the cars we are sitting in or driving and using to get our food, and the delivery boys and other people who are based on the fossil fuel economy are emitting every step of the way. And the gas chamber is basically the month when Delhi atones and sees in front of its eyes that what do they actually emit all the year round. Because the winds have stopped to flow, Delhi is stuck with the pollution that it creates. Now, of course, the Parali burning add to that, but that's the straw that broke the camel's back. And still, I'm going to get back to agriculture now, but let's not victimize the farmers only. It's a collective fault and our collective failure. And the way out of it is going back to nature, supporting farmers for ecosystem services, so that we do not transgress any WTO laws or any other international treaties that we have signed. If we can have a financial incentive for regenerative agriculture, which is based on organic farming and the use of biochar, mulching, programs like rice paddy, mushroom cultivation, these are some simple steps through which you can help the youth of Punjab, you can create more employment, and also stop the stubble problem cheaply.
All right. Samath Kolkar? Samath Kolkar, if you're there with us? Can't hear you.
Yes,
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Well, odd even shouldn't have been a problem, if the effort and, the direction towards going electric would have been faster. Do you concur?
Absolutely. And I think going forward, it should be, rather than saying odd even, it should be either EV or non-EV days, right? I think that's a big step that we could probably initiate. And I totally concur with Mr. Kohli and Mr. Singh, what they've added to this particular forum, that it has to be a joint effort, whether it is at the central level or at the state level, and more importantly, at a citizen level. When you look at it from a continuous period of 12 months that the city has to go through, it is this period that is most spoken about. But the other 11 months are also as critical to impact the human lives which live over there, right? So that's something that we should not, disagree upon. And at the same time, take those steps which have been, initiated, but at a much more lengthier level. So when you look at it from a vehicular pollution point of view, you would know that, significantly in terms of Delhi's vehicular traffic, a significant quota comes from the two-wheeler traffic. And there has been a lot of change happening over that in the last 3 to 4 years. We've seen that there is almost a 40% rise year on year in terms of purchase of electric vehicles, which is showing that at a citizen level, there is awareness which is building. There is a conscious effort which is being made. Now it is for the ecosystem, which includes the government and the other state agencies, to come together and support the initiatives, right? Like Switch Delhi movement is a great initiative in that direction. And at the same time, the central policies are coming with regards to FAME subsidies and everything, which incentivize the buyers to come together and purchase electric vehicles, will actually build this entire journey. As Dr. Kohli said, it is not a one-year initiative. It has to be a sustained effort, which will go through multiple years. And I think odd even, the best analysis of it has been that it has given close to about 10 to 12% of dip in terms of pollution. I think we need much more, and it has to be a longer initiative rather than just something that lasts for a month or two.
All right. Shubh, what do you make of what Anuja said, that there have been ample instances when the central government has extended not only help but guidance also for machines to be procured. The pace of this effort, according to the people of Delhi, has been very, very slow. You have to appreciate and realize that what you're dealing with at this point in time, it's just not smog, it's just not pollution. It is also something which can affect your health and lifestyle for years to come. Isn't this an emergency that your party should be taking a lot more seriously?
Being taken seriously. I mean, that is the reason why in the last 8 years there's been an unprecedented 200 clean air days in Delhi. This has not happened in decades. There has been a 30% reduction in pollution. This is unprecedented.
That's because there was no parali. Those 200 days, there was no parali, right? So we are comparing apples and oranges now. You can't compare those 200 days with these 30 to 40 days, which parali burning, in fact, completely destroys. And you have the entire year as a party to take care of this. Why does the government only wake up with grab 1, 2, 3, 4 only in October, November? And now you have Diwali also coming up in a few days. The pollution is going to get much worse. In fact, there won't be any meters to measure it.
No, I would like an equal amount of time as the other responders.
Sure. Go ahead.
To respond. Now, there's one statement that is being made again and again that it is Punjab's parali, it is Punjab's parali. First of all, 2 facts I would like to present. First of all, Punjab, the AQI is half as that of Noida and Greater Noida. Half as that of Haryana, any place, Gurgaon actually, in Haryana. And in NCR, Noida, Greater Noida and Haryana have the highest amount of pollution. Now, that being said, let me also tell you, it was mentioned by one of the co-panelists that Delhi is breathing the polluted air that it creates. No, that is not true. 30% of Delhi's polluted air is, yes, internally generated. 70% comes from outside of Delhi. And if Punjab's AQI is half as that of Noida and Greater Noida, then it is anyone's guess that it is primarily coming from UP and Haryana. Now, what exactly? Now, holding governments accountable to what, questioning them to what exactly they have done, holding central government accountable for the pollution that is there in entire of North India. Out of 50 most polluted cities in the world, 20 are in Uttar Pradesh. So does this not create a bad impression for India? Out of the India's 10 most polluted cities, 8 are in Uttar Pradesh. What has been done? Now let me then there were other points that were being discussed about Delhi, that Delhi government has done nothing. I would like to clarify that ever since Arvind Kejriwal's government came into power, and the reason behind this 200 days of clean air and the 30% reduction in pollution, number one, all the industries were shifted to PNG. Has Haryana and UP done that? And mind you, holding them accountable to what they have done and what they have not done, and playing with Delhiites' lives by creating this pollution is not politics. It is plain holding them accountable. Have they been able to take care of the parali that is being burned in their state? Do they have an EV policy? Delhi has the highest number of EVs running in the country.
All right.
Because of the Delhi government's EV policy.
Let Anuja respond to this. Anuja responds. Is Anuja with us? Anuja, are you there with us?
Yes, of course I'm there with you.
Please respond. We only have a minute left and then we wrap up.
Yes. I'm just telling a quick one. It's just a mockery. She's just repeating like a robot. I just tell her rupees 4,000 per acre is being given by Haryana to the farmers. We have also come up with the acknowledgement of the
but she's saying that UP and Haryana, there's still diesel vehicles plying. Why isn't UP and Haryana doing anything about that?
Haryana 39.7. How come you are speaking? How come you are speaking in my time? You should be quiet.
Of course I will, because you are not.
Let her finish. Let her finish. Shubh, let her finish. Shubh, let her finish. Let her finish.
No.
Shubh, let her finish. Shubh, 1 second. Let her finish. Let her finish. She allowed you.
Mute her.
It's all right. All right, Anuja, I'm dealing with it. We'll do what we deem is necessary. You please focus on your response.
That is, Haryana is 39.7%. From where she picked up her data, she should have seen Haryana also. 39.7% and 54.7% lesser is the stubble burning. And madam, again you talk about the air qualifying. The air, the way it blows from here and there, of course. The Punjab, you will say, oh, the AQI level is heaven because it is coming on Delhi. So don't give me your dhyan and mantra on this. And you are also talking about the last week also, so it's only 127 against 250 reported on 24th October in 2022 and 363 reported on the 15th of October 2021. Look at how much we have been putting it down as compared to you. That is 1,068 for the cases which are being reported.
Okay, we've run out of time. All right, we've run out of time. Would like to thank all my guests for being a part of this conversation. Obviously, it's still not over. The menace of pollution is, of course, here to stay for a few more days.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.